Good evening, everyone. Would you please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcotte?
Here.
Councilman Dooley?
Here.
Councilman Malkosha?
Here.
Supervisor Calavita?
Here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on our May 2nd meeting. We have our opportunity to address the board on specific agenda items. Anyone? Well, there being no one, we're moving forward to appointments. We have our, in the police department, we have a memorandum from Dawn Donovan, our town controller, respectfully requesting a probationary appointment of Elizabeth Vuksanai of Eastchester to the position of police officer. Mrs. Vuksanai is currently employed as a police officer in the city of White Plains and is seeking to transfer into Eastchester. The appointment is contingent upon the receipt of the final approval from Westchester County Department of Personnel and the transfer of her pending successful completion of her medical background, etc. As provided for in the Westchester County Civil Service rules, is necessary for her to serve a probationary period of a minimum of 12 weeks to a maximum of 52 weeks. The appointment would be effective on May 12, 2023, at a salary of $77,546 with $3,910 of holiday pay. Funds have been provided for in the 2023 budget. And if approved, we will likely have a swearing-in ceremony on June 1st of, basically 2 meetings from now. Anyway, with that being said, I'm happy to make this motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Malkosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. We have had a couple of transfers into our department as people realize that, we are a very solid department and our our departments run very, very well. Next, we have another memorandum from our controller on a personnel appointment for the position of building inspector. And this is for the probationary appointment of Carlo Valenti to the position of building inspector. Carlo has been with the town since 2021 as an assistant building inspector, so he is being promoted to building inspector. He took the test and he's all squared away. Carlo has successfully passed the civil service exam. His name appears on the Westchester County Civil Service list 68098. If approved, the appointment will be effective on May 5th, 2023, at the annual rate of $130,000. The probationary period will run less than 12 weeks and not more than 52 weeks, and funds have been provided for in our 2023 budget. Someone care to make a motion for Mr. Valenti?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Malkosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. He's doing an excellent job and very well liked by everybody in the town, which is nice. It's a tough job to be liked when you're the building inspector. Almost as tough as the code enforcement officer. Anyway, next we have assistant building inspector position, and we have been searching for a long time for an assistant building inspector to pick up where Carlo is moving on from. And we are requesting the probationary appointment of Justin Hoyt to the position of assistant building inspector. Justin holds permanent status as an assistant building inspector in the village of Hastings-on-Hudson. He will be appointed with the approval of the civil service rules with regard to transfers. The appointment is contingent upon the successful completion of the background investigation and pre-employment testing. He'll serve a probationary period of not less than 12 weeks and not more than 52 weeks. And if approved, he will be starting on May 15th, 2023, at the annual salary of $85,236. Funds were provided in the 2023 budget. Someone care to make a motion for the probationary appointment of Justin Hoyt?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Malkosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next, we have another memorandum from our town controller on the probationary appointment of Bing Morris to the position of deputy town controller at the May 2nd meeting. Tonight's meeting, Bing has successfully passed the civil service exam, and her name appears on the Westchester County Civil Service list 69080. If approved, the appointment will be effective on May 19th, 2023, at the annual rate of $98,000. The probationary period will not run less than 12 weeks and not more than 52 weeks. Funds have been provided for in the 2023 budget, and this is a result of one of our key employees in the Comptroller's office deciding to retire after, 42 years, I think. Frank will be greatly missed He is one of the main cogs in the wheel that is all about our funding, our personnel, our technology, everything. So we'll certainly miss him. But Bing will do a great job. Thank you for being here this evening, and we're very happy that you've chosen to come on with our town here. Okay, so someone care to make a motion on this?
So moved.
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Malkosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye, congratulations. Next, we have a memorandum from our town controller on senior recreation leader. This is for the provisional appointment of Jamie Corradina. Jamie has been with the town since 2019. She understands that she must successfully complete the civil service exam for this position upon its presentation. If approved, the appointment will be effective May 12, 2023, at the annual salary of $71,181 and an annual stipend of $5,000. And Jamie's done a great job for us. The tough position being in such a small department, but accomplishing a lot because we have a lot of recreation programs, senior services, and all kinds of buildings and grounds to manage. So with that being said, I'll make the motion for Ms. Corradina and ask for a second, please.
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Markosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next is our final memo from the town controller regarding personnel. It's for the probationary appointment of Patricia George to the position of community liaison. She has successfully completed the examination, and her name appears on the Westchester County Civil Service List 68-481. She is currently in the position as a provisional appointment. She'll be required to serve a probationary period of not less than 12 weeks and not more than 52 weeks. If approved, her probationary appointment will be effective on May 3rd, 2023, and her salary will be $2,000 for that. She is presently a senior office assistant automated systems employee. This is additional work that she'll be performing as a community liaison, and she's done an excellent job since, I think, 2012. Anyway, with that being said, I'll make the motion, please, and ask for a second.
Second.
Please call the roll on Ms. George.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Markosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next, we have approval of the minutes of the April 18th special town board meeting, which was about police interviews. Also, our regularly scheduled meeting for April 18th, 2023, and our April 27th, 2023 special town board meeting wherein we reviewed, examined, and approved the insurance for the town. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Markosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next, we have reports of departments, boards, and commissions. Mr. Rader, Law Department.
Yes, good evening. First, I have a resolution authorizing the approval of an application for an event permit submitted by the American Cancer Society for the Relay for Life to be held in Eastchester on Saturday, May 13th, 2023.
Yeah, this is an event that's happened historically in Eastchester for quite a long time. And probably 6 years ago, rather than have them go to Concordia, at the time Concordia was still in existence, we thought it'd be a nice idea to try to conduct this event up at Lake Isle on the golf practice range, and it's worked out terrifically for them. Plenty of parking, there's a nice breeze up there, they're not bothering anybody with noise or music or if they have a campfire, and it's really quite an interesting event. It's designed to raise funds, of course, to fight cancer, and it's about supporting survivors, and it's really very well done. So I urge anyone to maybe support some of the teams that are up there. You can go onto the Relay for Life website and see all the teams that are in Eastchester. I know the Italian American Club has a team, and they are consistently trying to raise as much money as possible, which is wonderful. But anyway, this is certainly a good idea, and I would move that we waive any small permit fee that may be attached to this. And I'll make the motion to approve them as submitted. Someone care to second that?
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Markosha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, I have a resolution authorizing the supervisor and the town board to approve the 2022-2023 Stormwater Management Annual Report.
Yeah, this is, we obviously we do this every year. We have made a commitment to protect and maintain our stormwater, although unfortunately, stormwater and sanitary sewer water have been all over the town in the last few days as a result of the storms that came in over this whole week. and hopefully things dry up a little bit toward the end of the week. But this is all about educating the public and our staff about being careful with storm water, and also for the implementation of facilities within the town to protect storm waters that go into the lakes, into the, golf courses, et cetera. So I thank Dolph Rotfeld Engineering for all their hard work. They have created a consortium, we're part of it, to bring the pricing down for every municipality. So I'm happy to move this and ask for a second, please.
Second.
All right, someone want to call the roll? Mary, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Dooley.
Aye.
Councilman Markosha.
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita.
All right, next we have the town clerk's report. We can receive and file that from March of 2003. Then we move to correspondence. We have a memorandum from the controller on part-time seasonal employees, and these are predominantly camp counselors and lifeguards at Lake Isle. I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Dooley.
Aye.
Councilman Markosha.
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita.
Aye. Next, we have a memorandum from the Superintendent of Highways regarding the 2023 Street Resurfacing Contract Award. And at this point, Mr. Latella and the Clerk's Office opened up all the bids, and he is recommending that the street resurfacing contract be awarded to the low bidder, Westchester Hills Landscaping, Inc. of Harrison, or West Harrison, New York, at the unit price as bid. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Dooley.
Aye.
Councilman Markosha.
Aye.
And Supervisor Calavita.
Aye, we're about $1.4 million for that, so we're going to hopefully get a lot of roads covered with that, and maybe a couple of town-owned driveways and whatnot. But normally we do, a little bit less. But I think with all these storms we've been having and all the wear and tear on the roads, we got to do a little bit more. So next, we have a memorandum from the Superintendent of Highways on the 2023 Sidewalk and Curb Replacement Contract Award, and we're going to spend approximately $450,000 on sidewalk replacements. And at this point, the bids were opened at 11 o'clock on the 25th of April, and it is a recommendation that we approve the base bid in the amount of $414,000 based upon the estimated quantities to be awarded to the low bidder, Acasella Contracting of Eastchester, and Morano Brothers, who were in Croton-on-Hudson, for options A and B. So the actual resolution is contract award for 2023 sidewalk and curb replacement will be done in two parts. The base bid award will be made to Acasella Contracting in the amount of $414,000, and options A and B are awarded to Morano Brothers at the unit prices bid. So when we go out to bid, we break it down for what we need so we can cherry pick the best prices, and that's what we're doing right here. I might also add that we are supplementing our bidding process and our blacktop process with the villages and the school district as well, so bring the price down even more. So anyway, with that being said, someone care to make a motion on that resolution?
So moved.
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Dooley.
Aye.
Councilman Markosha.
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita.
Aye, there being no miscellaneous business, we have council member reports. Councilman Markocha.
Thank you, Supervisor. I have a brief report here on Lake Isle. May is a big month at Lake Isle as both the outdoor tennis courts and pools open up. The tennis courts for outdoor play will be available in a few weeks, with the bubbles coming down soon. Both the pool and tennis season begin Saturday, May 27th. The membership office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends. Everyone's encouraged to register early to avoid long lines later in the season, or to register online. Lake Isle is once again hosting the American Cancer Society Relay for Life fundraiser on Saturday, May 13th. For more information, you can call the coordinator of this event at 203-556-6487. That's Leah Ad Todd. And the next advisory board meeting is scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, May 3rd, at 7 p.m. in the community center at Lake Isle. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Councilman Dooley.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The Eastchester veterans are holding a Memorial Day ceremony tribute for the 70th anniversary of the Korean War armistice. And that'll be held at the Eastchester High School on May 18th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. They'll also be recognizing the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War and the 20th anniversary of Operation Iraqi Freedom. And also just to save the date, on Memorial Day, May 29th, there'll be a parade this year. They haven't had a parade in a while, so they're back to a parade this year. It'll be 11 a.m. kickoff at the Eastchester Public Library. It'll head down 22, down Main Street, and end up at Depot Square in Tuckahoe. This year, they'll have 2 grand marshals, actually 2 Korean veterans, Anthony Rabasco and Edward Stowe. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman Marcotte.
Thank you, Supervisor. I, too, just wanted to do a save-the-date announcement for the Village of Bronxville. Also on Memorial Day, May 29th, the Village of Bronxville will be hosting their 101st Memorial Day Parade. They encourage everybody and invite everybody to come and watch the parade. It steps off at 9 a.m. promptly from the Leonard Morange Square or Memorial Park. Proceeds down Pondfield Road, and it will end up at the Bronxville High School, where they have a great ceremony afterwards. So May 29th, 9 a.m., and hopefully we will see all the residents there. And I also want to thank Tracy Wright and the library staff. This past Sunday, they hosted the Historical Society and all of the residents that showed up. It was standing room only, and Dick Foliano, myself, and Lissa Halen gave a presentation on Route 22 and the changing landscapes. There'll be another one at the end of May. I'm not sure of the date, so but we'll announce it at the next meeting, where Dick Foliano will also be giving a presentation on the history of the Italians and the Irish in the town of Eastchester. So hopefully it'll be a well-attended and certainly an informative presentation. And that concludes my report, Supervisor.
Thank you. For my own report, a lot of what I was going to mention was discussed, so I'll keep it brief. Just want to alert what most people are aware of is that the Housing Compact has been removed from the governor's budget and the state legislature's budget. It was an ill-conceived, in my opinion, unconstitutional, meritless, ridiculous idea that got everybody all excited about the destruction of suburban New York State. Fortunately, our local legislators, Amy Paulin, our Assemblywoman, and Senator Shelley Mayer came out against this strongly, and they listened to what we had to say. I am also very thankful to every Eastchester resident, every Tuckahoe resident, and every Bronxville resident that wrote a letter, that emailed the governor's office and Amy and Shelley, and also our 2 mayors, our village mayors, Mayor Andino and Mayor Marvin also came out strongly against this, as we did up here. They all did resolutions, as we did as well. And that level of noise, coupled with everybody else's, put an end to this. It's unfortunate that the state conducts legislation through the budgetary process. Perhaps our next cause should be the removal of legislation that is not inextricably linked to the budget from the budget process. It's ridiculous that legislation occurs there. It's not open, it's not transparent. There are about 100 things that got through that budget that have nothing to do with the budget. So I think we should keep budgeting aside and keep the legislation aside, so we can, be better informed and better able to, to respond to what is being proposed up in Albany. But that being said, I do know for a fact that Albany received a much greater share of complaint from Eastchester, Tuckahoe, and Bronxville than pretty much anywhere in Westchester County. I know that Hempstead, Long Island had a big showing, but for a small town, we can make a lot of noise. And I'm glad that everyone took the time to do the letter, to do the email, to make the phone call. It goes to show you that sometimes when you get together, you can prevail. So I'll conclude my remarks with that. That'll bring us to the second opportunity to address the board. Anyone care to participate? There being none. Someone care to make a motion to adjourn our meeting? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mary, I'll save your breath, right? All in favor? Yes. Thank you all.